It was one game, right? And so this is the message we're sending with these guys, is that we can't just put our feet up after one game. So I want guys to take it personally that they lost positions and lost minutes to their teammates, and trying to get a little bit of competitive spirit. Now practice with that. But just because you had one good game doesn't guarantee you anything. It doesn't guarantee anything. So this is what the message is and has been. We have to compete for everything, every possession, every practice day, every game, and you have to compete for your minutes.
You talked a lot about consistency. How do you build that consistency going from one game where you lose by 5 points to another where you win by 12? One at home, one on the road. How do you build that consistency?
Habits on the training floor. Like, we got to build consistent habits on the training floor, and then the big thing for us especially is the level of competitiveness. We can't decide what possessions in the game determine the outcome. You have to play every possession, and that starts here in practice.
Speaking
the fight you ran, the guideline of Taran, Taj, Patrick, and Paul and everyone. What's the biggest thing you've learned from that lineup to the one that you sort of put out in the last quarter against Brisbane, the one you started against Melbourne?
Oh, we still ran it. Like, it still happened during the game. Yeah, that's good.
Josh Roberts obviously had a really good game against United, a good outing for him. How has he been after that? Has that got him up after it's probably been a failure?
Well, he's always been up and about, and this is the thing with Josh was, we always knew what the type of character we had coming in. What's important for him now is he has to understand, just like everybody else, is that what you did last game doesn't necessarily determine what you're going to do the next game. That's the message for everybody. And the best thing in Josh is he's seen it happen to everybody else, so he's in a position where he's not going to give up his position so easily.
Taj and Pat were sitting out of training today.
Just the fall that Taj took on the drive against Shea Ely, nothing major, just more impact than anything else, knowing that we got another doubleheader this weekend. And Pat just pulling the veteran card, playing 38 minutes and getting 32 and 10. I think I can give him the last half of practice off.
So no, they're both going to play on Thursday night?
Yeah. It's hard. Like I said, I've been working out every day and making the shots that I'm taking in the game. So now I can trust that I'm taking the right shot. And my teammates trust me because they see me putting the work in. But also just getting my rhythm. I've been out for a while now, and so now I'm actually starting to get my game win back and being able to, be able to keep my focus and keep my win when I get fatigued. So my basketball rhythm now is starting to get back.
And with the changes, I guess, to the All-NBL first and second team lineups, I think they've become positionless. Like, do you reckon that opens it up to a few more of your teammates to get selected?
I don't even know. I haven't looked at that, to be quite honest, but I know they should be on there, especially Pat Miller. I feel like first team is kind of especially if we keep winning, I feel like winning kind of helps your case a lot. It's hard to lose and expect to get rewarded for losing, but yeah, for sure, a couple of our teammates should be up there.
Obviously, bar the Sunday's games, Taran's been in the starting five alongside yourself. I guess talk us through how important he is to the side and what he offers.
Oh, he's important, man, and his personality is starting to come out a lot more. You got to realize he's a rookie and he's still young, so going through the changes of the ups and downs of the season, it takes a toll on you, but the characteristics and the character of that guy is amazing. He brings so much to the team, the pace that he comes in and plays with, and the tenacity. He wants to play defense, and he pushes all us to pick our energy up when he comes in, so he's amazing.
And personally, so how are you feeling before you
Yeah. I'm always hurting coming from Melbourne, so it's a tough physical game, but just taking time to try to get right, because it's going to be another big weekend for us, especially the position we put ourselves in. We're going to have to make a push and win some games in a row. So just trying to be fresh for what's ahead of us.
Coming up against DJ for the first time in a while, what's the banter like? And
not much banter, but when we get on the court, you'll see it. I can't let them get the best of us. But it's just always, when you play against your friends and your brothers, you want to win, and you want to push them and kind of have the bragging rights. But also, when you play against skilled players like that and great players like that, they test your level of how good you are and push you to become better. So it's always a great challenge. Him and Jalen Adams, those are my guys.
You said it was an interesting experience when you played you guys last time. You know why, or have you had to catch up?
I wasn't here, so I didn't even get to see him yet. So this will be my first time seeing him since Gold Coast, so I couldn't tell you that answer.
Yeah. Cool. All right, we're good. One more. It's almost like 2 steps forward, 1 step back for you guys. You're winning one, lose the next one. I guess how do you build that consistency among the players to keep the momentum and motivation going into double header?
I think first it start with consistency with our lineups, and then consistency with where we play and how we play in our lineups. Not so much if you're making shots or if you're getting stops, but more so doing the right things and trusting that eventually it will create those things that you need. And in this league, in this season, it goes like that a lot. I've seen it because I've been here a couple years now. Teams will win 6 in a row, then lose 5 in a row, and then you just never know. So you got to keep building, and that's why I said it's more so about what we do and how we can build on what we do to kind of put out the same input every game or output, and then trust that it will result in wins.
Yeah, no, Cairns is awesome. Bit of a change up from Tassie, obviously. Somewhat similar to Cali. Humid's different. The humidity, sorry, but yeah, I really enjoy it. Coming to practice every day, it's what I want. Don't have to think about anything else other than basketball. So yeah, it's perfect.
Any role models you looked up to as a young player?
Yeah, I mean, my dad was a big influence. He played like Siebel. He was a good Siebel player. Played there for a lot of years, and I was in the stadium watching him since I was like 3 years old. So grew up watching him. My uncle played that same level, and a few other guys locally back home. There was a team called Wynyard Wildcats, and they had a really tight-knit group, and I was able to see that team had 2 sets of brothers in it, the McGaffins and the Armstrongs, my dad and my uncle. So being able to see like that level of camaraderie from a young age really helped me see what a good team looks like, and that's always been my experience. So trying to bring a little bit of that here and replicate that the best I can.
Check the mock drafts recently. I think you're or something. You're trying to get it right.
I actually haven't checked. I've actually been off everything. Like, I don't really need to look at any of that stuff. Yeah, like I don't really care about social media. I don't really care about the mocks. It actually doesn't do anything for me. So as long as I come in every day, do what I do, I don't change my process depending on what the mock says. I just do the same thing. And yeah, it's working out well, so I just keep doing whatever I'm doing.
Has there been any talk internally about getting to the playoffs? Obviously last season they made top 3, but is there conversations happening, and do you think with the group that you have, you are capable of getting there and even potentially playing for a championship?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you beat the best team in the league at their house. It's like, you put some expectation on yourself and you see what you're capable of. And for us, the gelling of the group and the meshing and getting the chemistry has been sort of our issue. And I mean, that was by far our best game. So if that's a sign of things to come, I think we can replicate that. And if we're beating the best team in the league, then we're definitely in playoff contention. So one game at a time, and hopefully by the time that stuff rolls around, we'll be in the right spot.
We're talking about development before and developing your game. What have been the main things, I guess, that you've learned so far, and who have been the guys who have been passing on those lessons?
Yeah, I've learned a lot. I think mostly from a mental standpoint. I think on the floor, I've always been capable of doing everything I need to do. I think working closely with our sports psych, Jody, she's helped me a lot. And I'm obviously having conversations with like Taj and Pat and Bull and those guys every single day and learning little things. But I think the main adjustment for me has just been mentally and growing a lot there, and it's helping me a lot.
Was that bigger this year, given you had the injury troubles at the start of the campaign?
Yeah, for sure. It was tough to come into sort of like a moving train. The season was already underway, and I did all this work in the pre-season to get ready for the first game, and then I was out. And then the NBA opportunity came, and I was like, I knew I kind of wasn't ready to play, but I had to have a crack anyway. So I did that. Probably set myself back a little bit further than what I wanted. Whether that was the right decision or not, I rolled with it. But yeah, sort of finding my feet after having a big pre-season, and then sort of a little bit of a dip. I think I'm finding my feet now.